could we fly, soar in the skies, rooted on this earth, on this plane, on this soil? This is the sense I had this morning, and I've been carrying the last couple of days. And this morning, as I came out of the gym, and I did a couple of weights, and it takes a lot of discipline for me to actually stick to that body work. And it never fails to amaze me the depth of the touch, when I touch this vastness that we are through the body. So as I was walking outside of the gym, and I was feeling step after step on the ground, but I felt so expansive and limitless, as if I've been flying above the ground. So this is what a lot of non-dual traditions talk about, and this is what for me is about embodied non-duality, where we root deeper in the body, but we soar the skies because we are unlimited vastness. Okay, so that's one thing. And so how do we attune to this place in us? And I am struck again and again in my work with people, and a lot of my clients that come to me are on some kind of spiritual path or a soul growth journey. And I see again and again and again people battling with the idea how to stop my thoughts, how to stop my mind. And I remember that time in my journey where it came to a pinnacle of saturation of the mind, because I was fighting my mind. Now, in the 3D, okay, I've got a diagnosis as an ODHD, neurodivergent, ADHD, and ASD. And a lot of my clients are neurodivergent. And so there's a lot of intensity in the mind, a lot of moving, a lot of churning. And it tends to be misconstrued as something bad, as something that shouldn't happen. So when I'm working with clients, what I love arriving at is at the rhythm of their own unique frequency and the tempo, okay, of their own soul, their own imprints. And it's fascinating to me to witness people move from a kind of self-blame and self-shame and judging ourselves. We shouldn't be thinking, we shouldn't have this thinking. Well, actually, for neurodivergent people, the thinking mind is a powerhouse. It's what I love to call, there's a rich downfall of shower of grace that comes through us. It's life force. And if we learn to master the mind and letting go of the belief that we are to blame or that we're holding shame, and we let it all be here in the vastness that we are, what we discover is that our own unique song comes to play. And I witness that with clients with incredible awe and humbleness, how all of a sudden they come to life because they're letting go of the belief that it's shameful to have a wild thinking mind when you're on a spiritual path. What a cage that is. And so I love watching them move from what feels like a monotone of what Joanna Macy, whose memorial is today, and she's very alive in me, the dead Buddhist. Yeah, it's just into the aliveness of their being as we let the energy release and expand and move in any way that's needed. It's creative life force energy, and we tend to keep it caged under sets of beliefs and dogmas and religions and perspectives. But it only wants to be freed through the uniqueness of who we are. That's all I want to say. So every time you notice a judgment, every time you notice a shameful blame, and that often has a kind of the current of that falls back into childhood patterns where we felt maybe responsible, or we felt we had to carry the responsibility of having peace in our home. So we shut our voice, we shut our own unique frequency, and we held our soul in the cage of a limited sense of expansion. And that only happens so that we can wake up from that cage into the fullness that we are. So that's it. Hopefully that was useful.